Welcome, everyone. I am so happy to be welcoming you to the first ever St. Francis College Women's Film Festival. I am a co-founder of that festival, along with my colleague here, Magali Colimon-Christopher. And my name is Augusta Palmer. I'm a professor in the Communication Arts Department. I'm also a filmmaker and a scholar too, so I wear a lot of hats, which is a fun way to be in life. So I just wanted to say something about part of why we're doing this, which is funny because I think it wasn't articulated for me until I saw recently posted on a listserv of people who teach film production. Do any of you out there have problems with or feel that your female students sometimes don't put themselves forward and put their work forward, and that they hang back a little bit, and you want to encourage them, and what are you doing about it? So I said, I'm starting a women's film festival because it was already in the works, but I think that really articulated for me that I have so many great students of all genders, but some of my female students I feel like who are very talented just kind of hang back and are a little modest. So I want them to throw that to the winds and be more confident, and I want to celebrate them. So I'm going to turn it over now to Professor Colimon-Christopher, and she is going to bring us into the next part of the program. Actually two more things that I just want to say, actually, I realized. One is a practical matter for my students and her students. There are sign-in sheets outside the door on the table, so make sure you sign in so we know that you're here because it's a little dark out there. And the other wonderful thing that I have to report is that Special Events is holding a reception after these events, so make sure you enjoy that, probably around 3:30. There'll be food, so it'll be wonderful.
Awesome, thank you. All right, thank you. That was awesome, Professor Augusta Palmer. And as she said, I'm Professor Magali Colimon-Christopher. So my job here today is multifold. I'd like to first start out with teamwork makes dream work. So let's talk about the team that made the first film festival at St. Francis College possible. We have the team of the Communication Department. Let's say thank you to Dr. Lynn Jackson and Lauren Bertolotti. And we have the Women's Studies Center. Let's say thank you to Dr. Wendy Galligan and Dr. Sarah Haviland. I shouldn't clap so close to the mic, okay? And there is no event without Special Events Department. So let's say thank you to Bob Oliva, David Lotfi, and the whole Special Events team. And you got to get the word out in order for the audience to show up, and that person doing that for us is Richard Relkin, and he is a tireless worker. He's the Director of Media Relations. Now, on the screen over here, you see this awesome poster. The logo was created by a SFC student, Stephen Reynolds. So let's say thank you. And he's, yeah, that's right, take credit, stand up. All right, awesome. We have a special treat for you. I know you guys expected films, and you will be getting films, but our purpose is also not only to create an avenue for our artists to have a voice and to have their voice expressed to an audience that's appreciative, but also to create a bridge. To create a bridge between the SFC student and the world that's out there, the female SFC filmmaker and the female contingency out in the real world ready to support them. In order to support this goal of promoting collaboration and communication among females in television and film, we have invited a female filmmaker, director, and producer. Not only is she a director and producer, she is also the program coordinator for New York Women in Film and Television, also known as NYWIFT. NYWIFT has been around since 1977. And it was founded by a handful of women who felt that New York needed networking and education forum for females in film and television. Today, our guest, our director, producer, guest, is here to help you discover how New York Film and Television can be a conduit for you as you go on your journey, as you leave SFC. Allow me to present Duana Butler of NYWIF, the program coordinator of New York Film and Television.
Hello and welcome. Magali, thank you for such a wonderful introduction. I would love to thank St. Francis for inviting me here, to Magali, to Augusta. It's just really amazing to see that this is the first year for the film festival, so I'm wishing you amazing success for this inaugural year. And yes, I have two hats that I have on. I do have experience producing and directing to this date in documentary, but for me, filmmaking and storytelling is all the same, you know, despite whatever your genres are. My name is Duana Butler, and I basically coordinate the educational programs and events that take place for New York Women in Film and Television, which we fondly call NYWIF. Just so you know, just in short, NYWIF is a membership organization of 2,000 members. It's women and men in the organization, and we have 4 different areas that we focus on. We focus on celebrating women's achievements, which we do in terms of some events. We have a gala at the end of the year where we celebrate women who have like amazing careers in film, television, and new media. We celebrate women's achievements every day just in terms of our website, in terms of promoting women's work, alerting people to what's going on in the industry as far as women in the industry. We also advocate for equity in the business. So pretty much what that means is we do everything that we can to make people aware of equal opportunity for women in film, television, new media, whether that means behind the scenes, in front of the scenes, to make sure that we're represented and providing opportunities for women in terms of equal pay in the industry. We also preserve women's films. What's really important about that is in terms of film history, because a lot of films I would say deteriorate and need to be rescued, need to be restored to their original brilliance. A number of women's films get lost because they're not high in the priority in terms of film preservation. So we have a film preservation fund for women, and that's what we do. We select titles, and we go in there and preserve these films and make sure that they maintain their original brilliance and such, and people are aware of these films because they're really important to the history of women as trailblazers, as producers, directors, editors, writers, and on and on. And also, we do our workshops. We do educational events and programs in terms of educating women in the business, in terms of networking, in terms of expanding their opportunities to move forward in their careers. Before I go a little forward, I just wanted to understand, just from the audience here, how many, if you could by raise of hands, are interested in careers in film and television, new media? We have one here, a couple in the back. How many are interested in being producers? Directors? You can raise your hands high, we get to see there. Editors? Yes. Performers? I see quite a few over there in the corner. It can go anywhere to entertainment lawyers, anyone that's interested in doing law in entertainment. Makeup, wardrobe, production design. There you go. Marketing. See, I've just gone through a number of range of different types of careers that you can have in the industry, and that also gives you a sense of the different types of members that we have in New York Women in Film and Television. We have 2,000 members, women and men, within the New York tri-state area. We're part of 40 chapters worldwide, which really comes to about 10,000 members worldwide. And so just so you know, as far as our programs are considered, you can see that we have, I've actually left a number of postcards for the last couple of months outside, so you can get a sense of, over the months, what types of events we do. We have a number of panel discussions, networking events, and our membership can be broken down by some of the questions I just asked. We have producers, we have directors, we have editors, we have performers, accountants, marketing executives, everything from below the line, which are people who are doing makeup here, grip work, on the set. It could be people who are developing apps for, for social media and such. It can be new media platforms, web series. The range is really wide, and what you find, and what I would say with NYWIF, is that it's an organization that creates community. You build your careers, you study, you have an idea of what you want to do, and the business is really about relationships. That's how you get your work. That's how you learn. That's how you advance your career. So you want to seek out organizations like NYWIF where you can meet people. Our networking is one of our biggest value to our members, whether it's a networking members event, whether it's a program, you go to a panel discussion, and then you get to meet the people who are presenting or meet other members who are presenting. For any of you who are interested in any of these areas that you're working in, just keep that in mind in terms of an opportunity to go outside of, as Magali said, going outside of the school when you graduate and seeking out spaces where you can meet other people, because that really is how you learn to do things. I would say to you that something for you to consider as far as NIWIF is concerned is that not only do we have programs and events that you can attend, we have our website. I put the postcard out so you can get a sense of what our events are that are coming up. But you can look into going to different talks and such based on whatever your interest is. So, for example, if you're interested in editing, we just had 2 editing programs last week where it was nothing but editors who were learning about what the career path is to being an editor, whether you're an assistant editor or even more advanced when you're trying to figure out how to continue to navigate your career. So these are one of the ways that you can find out more about the organization, but also as you are advancing in your school career and as well as when you graduate, to seek out these different spaces, especially when you're in the creative arts. The most important part of it is to surround yourself with other people who are doing similar work or who can help you in your career or can help in terms of networking, provide you with advice about how to move forward. NIWIF also has a really amazing internship program, and what that means is that as a graduate, and I think we have had some juniors as well, you would basically, it's a very flexible schedule, it's 45 days, very flexible in terms of how you schedule that, and what that means is that NIWIF is a nonprofit organization, so we're very small staff. You'll find that with a number of nonprofit organizations. And so we really rely on our internship program to our interns to help us to manage, administer, and support our members. So our internship program at 45 days, spaced out however you want. It could be anywhere from 1 day a week to 4 days a week. What happens is that you're supporting the staff. You also get to support events. You get to meet amazing members who are in the industry. And when you come out of the program, you will get a mentor that we can find for you that can connect you directly to your interests. And this is just really amazing. I've seen interns come through and advance and move forward in their careers, and I still see them to this day, returning to the organization. So this is something that's really important in terms of thinking about it as a way to, as I understand, to bridge between the school, between your going through your studies, and to come into the real world and really see what it means to really move forward in your career, to really gain the expertise, to make the connections, to find mentorship. Mentorship is extremely important in terms of helping you to really understand, what it takes to be successful in your career and how to meet the right people to support you. I did want to say that if you have any other, want to reach out to me in terms of questions or follow up to learn more about the internship program and NIWIF as a whole and programs, I will provide you with my email address. I'm just running out of cards, so it's dbutler@niwif.org. That's dbutler@nywift.org. I did want to open it up to a couple of questions. Anyone have any questions? Raise your hand high. Don't be shy. Say is that we have 2 tiers of membership. We don't have a student membership. That's what's really important about the internship program, because you're able to attend programs for free, and then up to about 6 months afterwards, you can attend programs for free after you come out of the program. But if anyone's interested in coming out to one of the events, just email me, and I can send you info about what's coming up, and you can see it on our postcard. Because it would be great for you just to have a chance to see what the workshops are like. Alrighty then. Again, I just want to really thank St. Francis for Magali and Augusta to invite me for this evening. And enjoy the films. Do stay out for the films. I mean, it's really important in terms of a filmmaking career, media career, to watch work, study work, see what people are doing out in the field. It provides inspiration for you, and it also helps you in terms of learning the craft. So again, thank you so much.